guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Today I want to go over with you the best supplements for pain that are actually backed by science and that I take myself. So we all have pain. We're all going to experience pain in life. And those of you that have gone through it or going through it know how debilitating and life-altering that can be, especially if you deal with pain every day. In fact, we just want to get rid of it, right? Or to get rid of it to the best of our abilities. So if someone were to come over and say, hey, if you pay me $1,000 and go stand on your head naked in the woods under a full moon and that will cure your pain, we'd go, okay, great. If that's going to work, I'll do it. I don't know how to stand on my head, but that's okay. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody said, if you just take this piece of chocolate, you'll feel all better? Unfortunately, though, it doesn't work that way. But there are some supplements out there that we're going to go over today that certainly have better science behind them than some others, and like I said, that I take myself. So the very first one is going to be an omega-3 supplement, okay? This one is a fish oil supplement, and fish oil itself actually is a little bit better absorbed than some of the other sources. However, if you are vegetarian, flax seeds and chia seeds actually contain omega-3s as well, so you can certainly take some of that. I actually really, really like this brand, the Nordic Naturals. It does need to be refrigerated, but it does not leave a fishy taste and odor, which is really important. And what they have found with the omega-3s is that they actually do a great job of being an anti-inflammatory, actually regulating some of the pain channels, which is huge. And because of that, they work on inflammation and pain, right? So there's been a ton of studies done on omega-3 fatty acids with arthritis, both rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, with neuropathic pain, believe it or not, so nerve pain, back pain, neck pain, knee pain, lots of different types of pain. And they have even found that it can be as effective as a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. That's big right there. So we also want to try to get away from taking as many medications as possible too, right? So that helps. Now, how much? That's the tricky part. Most of the studies have been about a minimum of 1,200 milligrams all the way up to 5 grams. Usually it's between 1,200 milligrams to 3 grams. I always tell people to start out with a smaller dosage, right? Make sure it feels okay on your stomach and see how you feel, basically. When I do not take this, I notice a difference. For sure, I definitely have more pain. Any of the supplements that I'm talking about today, I will link below in the show notes so you can click on those and order them. I get them all on Amazon. Gotta love Amazon. So that's the omega-3s. And those typically do have the most research behind them, which is why I'm starting with that one. The next one is turmeric, or actually really can't speak today. The form is curcumin, okay? Now, this one is by Pure Encapsulations. Again, my favorite brand, the one I take, really good brand. The key thing about this is that it actually is Mariva. What does that mean, right? So studies have found that curcumin really does a great job of, again, pain and inflammation, but it wasn't very well absorbed or available to use in the body. So people would take it and it really wouldn't do that much. So they came up with a better idea. This, like I said, Mariva is actually a form or a formulation to help the body better absorb the turmeric. So it really does make a big difference to have this specific type. That's not a brand, well, it is. It's a trademarked brand, but multiple types of supplements will have it. Like I said, I really like the Pure Encapsulation. They've done a really good job for me. So again, anti-inflammatory and pain. And there's some very, very new studies combining the omega-3s and the turmeric for cancer pain. So again, kind of really at the infant stage starting point for that, but look for that because that could be big too. Again, how much do you take? So the recommendation right now is about 1,000 milligrams to start, and you can actually increase that again up to a fair amount. Depends on the stomach and everything like that. Kind of along the same lines as those omega-3s. Starting with 1,000 milligrams, there's no maximum ceiling. I actually take 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams or 2 to 3 grams. If I take less than that, my pain is a little bit worse. So it is a little bit of an experiment for you, okay? So those are both anti-inflammatory and pain. The last one, natural calm. Doesn't that just make you feel good? This is a magnesium supplement, and this is good for muscle pain and cramping. Now, if you just get a calf cramp, odds are it's not a lower dosage of magnesium and that's running through your system. But if you get cramping in lots of different spots, this is one of the electrolytes that tends to be low in people because we don't get a lot of it in our diet. Same thing for omega-3s. We don't get a lot of it in our diet, right? So I like this form of magnesium. I'll be honest, it's not the best tasting in the whole wide world, but you can suck it up. This one is a lovely raspberry lemon flavor, so it's a little bit better. With this, again, this is really for muscles. So the recommended dosage at the end is 2 teaspoons. I recommend starting with a 1/4 teaspoon because the side effect of too much magnesium is pooping, and pooping a lot. Okay, so that's not necessarily a comfortable symptom. However, if you're having constipation, there you go. You've got 2 problems solved at once. It does actually help with a little bit with anxiety. Studies on that, not as good as the muscle pain. But I actually take this at night because it makes me feel nice and calm and sleepy, just like it says calm, right? So again, usually start with a 1/4 teaspoon of this one. So those are my top 3. If you're going to start with one, start with the omega-3, and this is the order, right? Start with the omega-3, then add the turmeric, and then if you're still having some of that muscle tightness cramping, that's when I'd add the magnesium in. So there you have it, the ones that I take, that I love, and that have science behind them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today.